I will be ready. Seconds. Just setting some stuff up in OBS. Okay, hold for a second now. Just need a pair of gloves. And we're good to go. Hopefully we can get these speakers working finally to a good quality. Just gloving up a second. Gonna have to buy some new gloves soon, I think. I guarantee they've gone up in price since I bought them last. Same with everything these days. Okay. I think we're gloved up. Okay. So, I now have these little prototype boards. This might come in handy. I'm hoping I can like scold them with a Stanley blade and snap them to the size I need. No idea if that's going to work. I'm hoping just these on their own solves the issue. This is literally how they turned up. Like they weren't in a box or anything. They were in like a big brown paper bag. This is our B50505S1W, so 1 watt. So I'll have to look up the pin out of this, because there's nothing actually marked on here. I remember I did find the data sheets, it's all good. And we have, I think 4 of these. Or 5, 4? 4, yeah, 4 of them. We don't need 4. But you can pick these up quite cheap on AliExpress. Yo, what's going on, Rusty? How's things? And I am now the proud owner of some capacitors. 2 different types of capacitors. We're like bowling now. We're like the capacitor king. And a shit ton of resistors. This is like one of the cheapest kits I could find with like a whole bunch of stuff in. I don't have any SMD components yet or anything. I do need to buy SMD components, but I also don't want to spend any money. So, you know, it's tough decisions. These are, I assume they're variable resistors. It should say on the front of this box. Evening, yo, what's going on, Photofix? Parts are expensive. Yeah, they are ridiculously expensive, especially if you buy them like this, because it's like such a markup just on the convenience. The fact that like I'm buying mixed values and just different types of components compared to if I was just buying a couple. But if I buy them from like Mouse or something, I think I got to pay like £8 delivery or something probably. So I only need like 4 or 5 components, to be honest. Let's put these to the side for a second so we can close this lid and have a look. These adjustable resistance. So yeah, adjustable or variable resistors, is that what they're called? Or is the proper name adjustable? I don't know. But yeah, look, these come in handy. Let's see what else we've got in here. LEDs. I think these are, I can never remember what current these run from. Are these 3-volt LEDs? I've got small ones. Small. Itty bitty ones. Not too sure what voltage these run off. I know they run off different voltages compared to like the carb LEDs and stuff, which are like 5 and 12, I think. I could be completely wrong with them voltages. I have these. Potentiometers, yeah, adjustable potentiometer. So how does that vary from an adjustable resistance? Are they not just both exactly the same thing in a different format? If I pull them out, I'll be able to see it better. It's like bags and bags. Okay, so they're different values for these ones. Yeah, I think they do like the same thing. Could probably make some cool things with these. What do we have else? I've got some rectifier diodes somewhere as well that I had to buy before or something. I literally cannot remember how they differ from like a normal diode. I think I just done some Googling at the time and it was like, yeah, you need a rectifier diode. So I was like, okay, I'll buy a rectifier diodes. But yeah, I've got a bunch of, yeah, these ones are diodes in there. I think they got like a marking on the one side. I don't know if these are like MOSFETs or not. I think on the box there's like power, just as voltage regulators. Is that the same as a MOSFET? I know these are transistors and that's like the last thing I've got in here. I have no idea what a transistor is used for. And I've got to try and figure out how the hell I've got to connect these up on my little board. These things are chunky. They're like the same size as like the board basically, one of the little boards over here. Well, maybe not quite, but like half. I have like no idea how I'm going to connect this thing up. I'm thinking maybe I could like try to use one of these to make it a bit neater. And apparently I need 2 resistors. I can't remember what value. I'm going to have a look. I want to buy a book with SMD stuff, yeah. I did have one of them books in my cart on AliExpress. But you need like more than one book though, because like I think there's need like a range of values or certain sizes or something. I remember like you had to buy like at least 2 or 3 to have like basically everything you need for SMDs. But I saved it for later or like removed it from my checkout because my AliExpress checkouts tend to pile up quite quickly, and I'm just like, oh damn, I don't want to spend that much. So I just like slowly start removing stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess that can wait. I need apparently are they electrolytic or electrolytic? I'm gonna have a look how it's actually pronounced. It should be on here. Okay, so it is electrolytic then. There's no T in it. There's no electrolytic. It's electrolytic. Okay. I'm probably still gonna pronounce that incorrectly all the time. At least it's a ceramic capacitors. But I think they like have values on them, or like the code rather than the resistance value. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, I started with a variety pack of SMD components and started getting one book at a time. Yeah, that's what like a lot of people recommend. But like, I don't know how many SMD components that like I'd ever use. To be honest, I don't know. It's real. We'll have to figure that out. And I'm gonna have to figure out what values I need and like how the hell I'm gonna even use these. I probably should do that before doing too much, because I've got to figure out like the layout of these boards. I guess I'm gonna have to like desolder this stuff over here maybe. I'm just wondering, will I be able to fit it on one of these boards, and will that make it a bit easier to fit in here? Okay, I have one of each size apparently. So what's the most optimum size? Maybe that one? Or the most narrow? I don't know, maybe this one. But I'd have to like cut it down. So if I have to cut it down like to be there, or the next one up. I reckon that one there first. I have to mark that with a marker. Can I even find a marker? Yes, I can. So we reckon, do I go one down or one up? I think I'll go one down just to be safe. So that gives us that area to work with, and hopefully I can fit all of them boards on there. I don't know if I can, but I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there? I've got to find a blade. I have this one, but it's not the right type of blade. And I cannot remember where I put my Stanley blade. I remember putting it somewhere safe, thinking, oh, I'll put this here, so when I need it, I'll be able to find it. But I can't remember where that place is. Oh wait, it is in this cupboard. Nice. It's always great when that happens. I thought I was going to spend ages looking for this. Call it a Stanley blade. Well, technically this is actually a Stanley one. I was going to say they're actually called utility knives. But yeah, this one is actually a Stanley 99E. And that blade looks blunt. Alright, let me see if the blade has been used on the other side, because I don't even know if I have any blades around here. Fingers crossed. But the blade hasn't been rotated yet. I guarantee it probably has. Yeah, it has. But it is less scuffed. Just tape it to the outside. Yeah, that is tempting. I hate replacing these blades when the thing falls down like that. Are you going to go back together properly? That's the question. think that's okay. Who knows? We'll find out now. Yeah, apparently that's not right. Oh my days. Okay, technical difficulty. Do you want to like rest where you need to rest? Yeah, I told you I hate changing these sometimes. It just doesn't want to sit right sometimes. Okay, would have the blade just in there properly, wouldn't it? Is this it? Apparently not. Oh my days. Can't even change the blade. They want space at the bottom. No, I don't have any space at the bottom when you think on you. I've probably got blades somewhere, but I cannot remember where. I normally use like a different one. It's I can't remember the make of it. But you can just hold the button down at the front and pull the blade out and then put a new one in. You haven't got to like unscrew it. But these ones will last you a lifetime though. Well, I say that, the mechanism inside is not great. This will eventually snap. Let that happen. Okay. That is still a blunt blade, but it is less blunt than the other side, which is literally rounded on the end. This one's a bit bent as well. I'm going to go and cut this on another table, because I've cut on this once or twice and I've cut holes in it. If you bend it, there's like a bunch of cuts in it all over here, holes. So yeah, don't cut on your silicone mat. They're really thin. Most gentle as well. Give me 2 seconds just to try and cut this. I'm hoping I can like score it, maybe both sides and snap it. We will see. The lighting in here is atrocious, thus I cannot see very well. So if it doesn't come out straight, I'm blaming the lighting. I've already given you guys my excuse. Alright. This is going to be sketchy. Especially with a blunt blade, I can feel how blunt this blade is. I had to like got my thumb like literally right next to the edge to be able to hold this stupid ruler down. Oh well, I've scored one side. It doesn't look very deep. I'm just going to quickly, I'll come back and show you the score line I've done, because I need to mark the other side, because I'm too stupid to be able to flip it over and correctly remember where the other side is. I know me, I'll end up doing a score mark so I'm completely different on the other side. Alright, so I've scored the one side with a blade. So if I put a mark on the side there, and then I can flip that over, and I know it's right there that I need to go. Now hopefully I don't mess this up. There's still like a 10% chance that I'll still cut in the wrong place, but we'll see. And there's also a 50% chance that the board will just mangle when I try to snap it off. But there's only one way to find that out just now. Okay. I cannot see anything with this light in here. When I say I can't see anything, I can, but the light's directly above me. So when I put my head over the board, all I can see is the shadow of my head. I'm gonna have to try flipping this ruler around. This is struggles right now. Just trying to cut a goddamn straight line. Shouldn't be this difficult. Okay. Just going to try and score this board with this ridiculously blunt knife. Okay. Oh, I might have made one or two marks on the table there. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Oops. Okay, I'm stuck. Yo, what's going on, Cartho? And what's going on, Andy? How's your pasta? Cold? Okay, yeah, that doesn't look 100% straight, but I think it is. Alright, fingers crossed that I can actually... Oh, this does not want to... No. Good. Let's try this blade. What am I building? I've got this, the Bluetooth headphone like setup we've got here, but there's a buzzing coming out, so apparently I might have to connect a bunch of capacitors and resistors and stuff. But I've also got this like DC to DC isolator, so I'm hoping just that works. But I'm just thinking, if I just like solder them all with wires and they're just floating about, it's going to be even more of a pain to try to fit them inside of here. So I'm hoping that I can like snap this board to make it smaller and maybe use this to put stuff on, and then maybe have shorter jumper wires, or I don't fully know. I just thought it might be easier with this board. It might be more of a struggle, but who knows. Currently I'm trying to cut this PCB in half though. If only, like, when I'm trying to repair PCBs and stuff, they were this resilient. Whenever I'm trying to not damage a PCB, it's just like, oh, I'm just going to break. When you're trying to like cut it in half with a knife, oh, okay, I just cut my mat a bit. It seems to hold up ridiculously well. It's a pretty tough board. It was alright. Nice. Yeah, this board basically sounds like these headphones basically sound like your signal generator, but unintentionally. And nobody wants that in their ears. Okay, if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to crack out an angle grinder. No, not really. Don't have an angle grinder. I've got a circular saw though. I think if I took a circular saw to this, it would obliterate it. I guess it's a tough PCB. I'm soon getting my PCBs I've ordered from GLC PCB. Gonna make a temperature monitor with a Raspberry Pi Pico and a TMP117 sensor. Oh nice, that sounds pretty cool, Carso. Oh, I got it to snap. Okay. Well, it snapped cleanly on some parts and a bit janky on other parts. But I wonder if we can fix that with a file. I do have 2 files from when I was doing watch repair and stuff. I say repair, not like so much repair, more restoration. I'm not super good at repairing. These are a bit beaten up right now, but they're quite good files. Oh, just poking myself, just poked a hole in my gloves. Great. This is why I'm going through so many pairs of goddamn gloves. Just constantly poking myself and stuff. Yeah, I'm not even moving there. It's not going to do it if I don't actually. Okay, I'm just making that worse now, I think. Just leave it. That's better. What are you going to use that for? Sensing temperatures, I think. I'm just trolling with you. Boasting rights. Yeah. Oh, well, I've made a bit of a mess now, so I need to quickly clean this up. I'm hoping all of this stuff fits on here. Maybe not. And I also need to figure out how to actually like wire this thing up. I'm gonna see if I can find some isopropyl alcohol a second. I have no idea, it's disappeared. Like what the? Attempts to force the weather, there's an app for that. Wait, there's an app for that? Damn it. Let's move this. Try to clean some of this. I was going to call it sawdust. It's not sawdust. It's PCB dust. Where I made the PCB sad. By domestically abusing it. Oh my days. My desk just wobbled significantly then. Okay, that's a bit better, but not really, but that'll do. Oh, I was going to guess like a 3D printer or something. Ah, yeah, that would be pretty cool. So, this, for anybody who has missed, I will quickly power all this up. The battery's dead right now. Also, I still need to get a power switch for this, because at the moment I've got no way to knock it off. Just let the battery die. It lasts like 20 hours with this module though, compared to this one, which we are having like crackling and noise coming out of, which should last like 2.5. It's drawing like 25 milliamps, I think it was, powering one of these. Whereas this is drawing like 175. USB-C. Also, does anybody know if this battery is still safe? Like, it's got no swelling and stuff on it, but I might have had a little, okay, my mouse is completely buried. You have to give me 2 seconds. All them bags of components, I kind of put on top where my mouse was. So it's literally buried right now. And, all of this. All of that crap, that fits, yeah, right? Okay, now I can get to the mouse. And inside and outside temperature. Okay, I've completely forgot what I was just doing. Microscope showing you this battery that was there. Okay. Does anybody know if this battery is still like okay to use, or is this? Can I get a microscope to go down? Or is this a bit of a hazard? I had a tiny boo-boo, the drop of solder. Put a screwdriver through it and see if it explodes. If it does, it was still okay. Ah, that's a good idea. Well, one of these, will this work? It's like poke and pry it off. Because this is fused. Yeah, I've tried like poking it off and pulling it off with like a pry tool and stuff. But I didn't want to poke and pry too much and compress the battery and connect the layers inside. But I don't know, I'm just a little sketched out by it. I don't know if that's going to be okay or not. Like the battery didn't get warm or anything when I dropped in on this, so I think it's okay, but it is like really sketching me out. So let's just quickly plug this in to show you what the audio actually sounds like currently. Also, we modified this board yesterday with the most sketchy little thing ever, hoping it was gonna solve an issue, but we just created an issue. See if I can zoom in a bit better there. And find something to point with. Okay, I'll point with this, there you go. So we took a capacitor, I can't remember what value it was like a really low value, from a Xbox controller without hot air, ground off to be able to go into this positive here, and then our capacitor wasn't long enough, so we put a little wire from the ground, hoping to, I think, filter or decouple or something like that, but it just makes a clicking noise, and if you power this board, it makes any other board near it or speaker also click for some reason. So yeah, even when other stuff are not connected to it, they click. So yeah, this board is now cursed. This is why you shouldn't leave me alone with the soldering iron. Do stupid shit. Oh, the solder I think is fine. Yeah, hopefully. I tried, like, doesn't want to come off, so I'm pretty sure it's fused. And this board is cursed. Let's put that over here. And I plan to use bile. It seems to be growing. Okay, so I need to check this is connected. I think it is automatically connected, to be honest. Let's have a look. Headphones, XWF M18. Yes. Need to find some music. Jeez, I might have like 30 tabs open right now. So that's good for your PC, right? More tabs equals more performance. 12 hours of copyright free music. Twitch safe music for streamers and creators. Okay, sweet, let's have some of that.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Lean base 44.
Okay, there you go. So I'm not too sure if you guys can hear that. Let me take my earpods out so I can actually hear properly. It says playing, which is all well and good. It's very hard to hear. You have to go right into the audio. If you listen, you should be able to hear high pitched like whine and like a kind of like low buzzing. Like speaker whine. Ignore the crackling. That's just coming from the stupid copyright free audio. Okay, you can hear it. Okay, good. So like from this distance it's fine, but obviously if you can have that in your gear, you do not want that. Well, I think it is. And I seem to have lost a component and we need to do it. Luckily I have more here, but don't really want to be losing components like that. I don't think I put it back in the bag. Nope. It's somewhere. Yeah, I'm hoping that this will allow us to eliminate that problem. I'll quickly pull up the data sheet. It is music, shush. Let's have a look. It's a B something. B0 505S 1W data sheet. I think this is the same one. Mine doesn't say. Mine's S. That's just says S/D. Okay, so maybe that's the same. Right, let's click this one. Can I view this in this window? I think something's loading. Okay, so let me switch windows for you guys so you can actually see this. This one here. I think this is the same one as I'm using. Don't know where the other, did I have the other data sheet open anyway? Not too sure. Applications, low frequency analog circuits, power down circuits, regulators and low ripple noise is not required. Okay, this is not as good as the other data sheet I was looking at. It still does have all of these on here. But it should have made no way. I need to solder it all up. I need to isolate the power, but the problem is I've got multiple points of power on this board and I only want to use one. So I don't know if I would just do it on the last slot or if I do it where the battery comes in. That's the only issue I have. So I'm not too sure if anybody's familiar with this. Where is the pinouts? I don't know if I need to worry about this as well, an EMC recommended circuit. It's got the recommended components and stuff. All these are in line on here. So how the hell do I know? I guess there's like voltage in, voltage out. But don't see anything showing me. Oh wait. No, never mind. That's just the naming system. Damn. I can't see hardly anything on mobile and on the treadmill. Nice. Yeah, I forget about that. When I'm doing this, I need to zoom in to like about this so people can see it. So show me the footprint and stuff, but oh wait, footprint details. Oh, okay, yeah. I just confused. Oh wait. Why is there two different ones? Oh, this is for the D, I guess, and this one's for the S. So I guess I have the S one because it's B0505S. So which one are they calling pin 1? That's the front. So if I'm looking at it upside, would that be looking at it upside down or from the top front? Look at S series. It's 4. Why are they pointing at 4? They're just saying it's like 1 millimeter, the diameter or something on there. Like, is this looking at the component from the top or the bottom for this? Does anybody happen to know? Because I can see here, I don't know if you can see me highlighting, B_S series. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can see down here it tells me what the pins are. But I don't know if this is looking from the bottom or if it's looking from the top, because they would be the other way around. It doesn't tell me if it's top down view, unless I'm being blind. Oh wait, bottom view. Here, and they've got numbers. So if I look from the bottom, and that's up, pin 1 would be at the start of the chip, where the text starts, I guess then. Hopefully that's right. Could you see what pin is ground? This pin is ground. I'm not too sure because there's only one ground. How would I go about testing that? Would I do that one over to 3, 1 to 3? Because they're both ground, I think. 0 volt is the ground for the out. So it goes from left to right then. At least I know that. I think I need to take these other boards apart. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to knock on my soldering iron. Let me switch tips. Let me switch the camera as well for a minute. There we go. I have no idea I'm going to figure this out. In your head, like when you're thinking, oh yeah, that'll be easy. But like in reality, it's not. Okay, so let's knock that on now. Then I need to... Would MD have any ideas where the best place to put this? I think it's this, the side in the noise. Even though, and I know it's plugged into USB now, but even when it's not plugged into USB, I'm just finding directly off the battery. It's like other noise. Or do I put it here, between this and this? I think James did also recommend try running this directly off the battery instead of through this. I have no idea. God damn it, Andy, you're meant to be an electronics expert. I wonder if these pins actually line up to this board. Okay, they do. It's good. No, far from. God damn it, chat. You guys meant to be the experts here. I have, if you guys have no idea, we're doomed. Because I certainly don't. I do know that I need to like somehow unsolder everything on here now though, and try to fit it all into this PCB. Oh, I did not think there was water left in there. I might have just got a tad wet. I thought that thing was empty. Now I'm soaking. When I say soaking, just a little bit wet. It's mostly on my gloves, luckily. Okay. Ish. Do not want to be dripping water all over this thing. Somebody said that's not a good thing to do. Apparently these electronics don't like water. They're hydrophobic, apparently. They've got a phobia of water. I know hydrophobic doesn't mean that. So, alright, what's going to be best to disconnect first? How do I do this without doing anything risky? Let's take it board by board, I guess. And try to not do anything too sketchy. Oh, that made me jump. There's just the speaker disconnected. Guess we'll just slowly disconnect stuff from the power, I guess, one by one. Okay. Move these carefully. There's a whole just like mess of wires here. Can I get these removed? I don't think you guys see too well, but they're easy, to be honest. Let me see if I can move this a bit more in frame. And also let me know if the focus and everything is okay. Because it is manual focus. Well, I've got it on manual focus. So I might need to make adjustments. I think the exposure is a little bit high. My camera seems to think it's like correct, but to me it looks overexposed. Okay, and I'm gonna try now not remove. Yeah, I'll remove the battery next. Okay, hopefully this is safe. I've got no way to isolate the battery when I. What the? Okay, now there's a light on this board, and a little something flashing on there. It's not like that. Doop, doop, doop. Okay, yeah, it's probably not safe to be doing to that. I'm injecting voltage with this soldering iron into the board. It's a resilient little board though. I've desoldered these a whole bunch of times. They can survive me. And they can probably survive anything. That board's looking a little bit rough. I need to re-tin them pads and stuff though. Didn't even think to unplug it. Oh God. I was like, yeah, it's fine enough battery, but I'm still running off the goddamn computer. Stupid. I've unplugged it now though, I finish. So hopefully that counts for something. Safety last and all. I wouldn't really solder on it while it's plugged in. Yeah, I know, oopsie. Kind of realised that right at the end. Let's see how big these things are. Okay, yeah, these are big. I did find a circuit diagram online though where somebody took, I think it was it might have been the MHM38, I think it was. And they redesigned, shrunk down the board basically for like a project they needed. They released the schematic. So you could technically get the upgraded version of one of these with everything on it. It has like all of this stuff basically. Like I think it might have a charger, I can't remember. It can definitely be powered by battery or USB. Not too sure if it's got a charging capability. And it's got like an amp and a DAC and Bluetooth. Okay, I'm gonna have to desolder this as well, ain't I? But the problem is, the markings on the bottom of the board, I'm gonna forget what they are once I solder them down. Hopefully we can just find a picture on the YouTubes or Amazon. Probably Amazon or something, or AliExpress. Oh, I think I do have the PDF for this. If I've still got it open or not, who knows. Before I do all of this though, I probably should test if we can get rid of that buzzing. Does anybody have any idea what the best way to do that is? So I was thinking, there's a supply issue, set the power maybe on this amplifier board. Do you have any recommendations? Because we've got so many boards, that's the problem. And so many like shade grounds. And apparently that's what the issue or where the noise comes in. So this is our like battery management board. This is just a USB-C on a little like jumper board thing. I don't know if jumper is the correct term. Just so I can put it somewhere more convenient. This one is a MHM18. It's a Bluetooth module. I think it's like Bluetooth and like DAC, I think. And then this one's an amp. But apparently this puts out a line signal, and this is not meant for a line signal. This apparently amp is more for what are they called? Speakers, not headphones. So I might need to put resistors here. And we might need to do some filtering, but I'm hoping that this just like solves the problem. And you know, I might still need to do the resistors though, depending on how loud it is at 100%, because I don't want it being like definitely loud at 100%, because it could like damage the speaker. So I need to like, I think I'll just grab some wires for now. Just test it maybe, to see if this does solve the problem before I start putting it on a board and jumping everything together. Even though I literally don't think it's going to fit on this board. Did we figure out if it fits on this board? I still need room for the components and stuff to go in between, but these barely fit. I think this takes up like the entire board anyway. I don't know, I guess we can maybe put something on the back. Double-sided PCB design, taking shit to the next level. I have no idea. We'll figure that out when we come to it. I don't even know if I'm going to use, I don't know. I'd like to use it just because I feel like having all of these boards just dangling around, all these like sketchy wires and stuff, is probably not the best idea. So let's strip back some cable and see what we can do. Just need to test it for now. So 1 wire, 2 wire, 3 wire. And we need to cut this again in half, because I can't be able to grab some more wire. So we'll just cut this one in half. be fine. And we'll strip up the end of this wire. Ching. Oh, I just yeeted some of the copper out of that. It'll be fine for this purpose, because I won't be using it once we're done. Some trash cable the copper keeps pulling out. I'm going to blame the cable and not the fact I probably need to adjust these wire strippers, because they're cutting slightly too deep. Definitely the tool, not me. Let's just trim up some of that janky ass stuff I've pulled out of there. Kept trying to remember not to cut random bits of metal over where I have and I'm working on circuit boards. Just asking for a short circuit randomly. Get off. Okay. Oh no, we've still got this horrific looking one. I don't know if you guys can see that there. Just that stray hanging out. Trimming that shorter. There you go. That should hopefully be okay. Nice little short wires. We got a little friend here. Finally called PC Ball Repair Live. I can't believe. Oh. You messing with Andy because of what he said earlier. I know he said, can't believe you mixed us up. Does PC Board Repair have a beautiful voice like mine? I know what's going on, 8-bit. We totally forgot to say hi. Too busy winding Andy up. I don't think I've ever tinned more wires in my bloody life than when I've been doing this project. Good practice though, because I can definitely tin wires better than I was tinning them before. Before, half of the plastic would be melted and the entire length of the wire would be stiff because it'd be like completely wicked up with solder. Apparently you don't need to do that when you wick wires. Apparently you can just use a little bit of solder and a little bit of heat. Who knew? These wires are still annoying to use though. And I do have some like really rubbish wire somewhere that doesn't like to take solder. I didn't twist that one at all before I done it, so that one does look janky. Oopsie. Okay, so we have some solder on the end of our wires now. And I guess I need to solder one to each of these pins. I guess I still need the helping hands. So I can hold this little guy. Should probably look at the pinouts again, shouldn't I? Let me have a look. One is ground, and two. Okay, so we'll start with ground. So I'm gonna try to remember all of them at once. Just asking for problems. Just completely get them all muddled up the wrong way. Okay, I think there's some solder on there, hopefully. We'll see if our wire sticks. If it doesn't, we know we'll put solder on there. Okay, so we said ground, I think. Yeah, let's have a look. Do we need, I guess we need heat shrink. Do I use heat shrink for test? I don't know. I've got heat shrink here. It's like, I don't know. Do I really put heat shrink on there? I know that'd be like the best thing to do, but I don't know. I'm going to be just desoldering it, so I think I won't put heat shrink on it for now, for maybe. I'll just try not to solder these chunky wires too close together. Okay, so there's one wire done. I'm pretty sure the next one's going to be red, but I just want to look to be sure. Yes, it's red. Nice. Okay, so now we have a red wire. That is a bit close, I might like it. Or maybe if I just go underneath, can we do that? Just not happy with the placement I'm getting on this wire. Okay, that's better. Soldering like this with the soldering line is quite difficult of an angle to solder at. Wouldn't recommend it. 0 stars. 0 volts. 0 volts is ground, I'd assume. So let's try to get this wire on now. This one on the top. Apparently that's on there. I'll try and get this one on the outside. Apparently they're soldered. I was going to say I can hear like a bunch of background noise, but one's my refrigerator, I think in the next room, and the other's an air. It's going to call it air purifier. It has got a filter in it, but it's a dehumidifier. That's it. Dehumidifier. Couldn't think what they were called for a second. Alright, so I think voltage out. Which one's the hell is voltage out? Voltage out. So VIN is going to be voltage in, and VO, I guess, is voltage out. So 3 and 4. So these two here need to go to this board. Like if this works, then anybody can do this. So yeah, this side plus over this side. I'm actually kind of liking this tip. I've avoided using it because I like using a knife tip for smaller work. I think it's a little better. Now comes the tricky part, trying to keep wires steady in place while you solder. And also have a board that just wants to move out of the way. Alright, so you're gonna stay there, or you're gonna be a bitch. Yeah, that is not a good solder job. Get in the right place, god damn it. Don't be difficult. Now I've just like lost all the solder on that through hole. So they're going into the wire or into the barrel. Some more in there. Come on, play nice, Play nice. Get in there. Oh my days. I need to find something heavy. Will this... That might work. So I can actually maybe get a better soldering job on this. I'm happy with where the wire is. Okay, that's better. Okay, I might have found where that solder went. Okay, that's better. That solves that riddle. What do I need next? I need power going into this board now, don't I? I think everything else is connected. Or is there? Didn't we have a bunch of the jumpers we done on this one, didn't we? Really like short, junky jumpers. But we soldered them two together with. So we won't connect the battery yet. So that's going to be B plus and B minus. We're looking for out, out, out and out. So out minus, out plus. And we need a bit of solder on there. So now we need plus and minus. I literally can't even see where the flat part of this is anymore. It's got a weird blob of solder on the end. Oh, it's a spice. I got my fingers. Bit. Oh, great! I just moved the board. Okay, there you go. This is going to do the same thing, isn't it? I'm going to use my technique, aka put big heavy object on top of board to assert dominance on the board, show you who's boss. Now you stay there while I burn you with this iron. Oh, god damn it, the wire came off. Forget these small boards, they hold the heat for ages. You can't just let go of the wire. There you go. I showed that board who's boss. I think this is wired up now. Could it really be that simple? Maybe. Who knows? But I know one way to find out. I'm just try and keep these apart because they're like wandering together. Let's put it over here somewhere for now. We'll plug in this and see if anything happens. Fingers crossed. Rusty rust for bits. Look, is that like that size? Alright. Let's plug this in and hope that this works. I think everything's right. Plus, yeah. Nope. I think I'm hearing even worse wine than before now. Yeah. What? Have I done this incorrectly? Now if you can hear that. it's meant to resolve that issue. Yeah, you didn't cross your fingers hard enough, sorry Rusty, it didn't seem to work. You did cross them extra tight. But yeah, that was meant to solve that issue, because it's meant to be a DC-DC isolator. And that's where the power goes to, like, the last board. So I'm a bit confused. Fingers uncrossed. Yeah, I'm awfully confused now, because I thought that was going to solve our issue. Should we try it in another location, maybe? Wait, I don't have power going to this board, I don't think, do I? This Bluetooth board. Which means it's got to be the amp, is it? No, but I'm sure it's coming from this board here. And that's why I thought, oh my god, it's making it. I just kind of shorted something out somehow there a bit. Is it interference? Because when I put my finger there, it changes. Can I maybe like ground this? Where is the... So apparently we've got grounds that connected with one ground. Did we have a floating ground on this one the entire time? On this board? I can't even remember. How would I go about powering that? That's the question. I don't want to put another one here. But if I use the same one, I don't think it's going to work, is it? Do I connect from here to this board, or from here to this board, or from here to the board? Or do I connect from here to here, and then from here to here? I think I'll try that. Because I think it is this board, the bottom one. Goes in. Power. I forgot what it's called. The charger module is like TP something, 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 something. Bunch of like letters. Letters, not letters, numbers. Okay, so we'll just use these wires for now because they're already soldered. These are the ones we took off and forgot to put back on, I guess. But I'm sure I had the middle board grounded, but maybe I didn't. Let's see if it's that simple. Got a hole in my goddamn glove. Damn it. Okay, so this is unplugged. And I said I was going to unsolder this one, didn't I? And we're going to try to solder. There's no out on this, so is it? It's just a shade voltage. Yeah, so there's no way to try to shade it. that one there, but then if that's using the same ground, no, I think I had the ground grounded separately rather than from there. Will that work? So I'm thinking, do I connect this here and then the ground all on the other board maybe? What is that barber solder right there? There we go. So we've got our live going in there. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to be best to do with the grounds. Let's check another wire here. Not the best of soldering jobs, but it'll do for testing purposes. So I think the order of where things go might be important. Get on the heavy object, do your job. My fingers are way too close to this. This is going to be sketchy. That has stuck, but that is a really bad soldering job. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm trying to keep this ground separate. I think that's probably best practice. Or do I share that ground? Do you reckon I should go from the ground here to there? This is the out. Or do I connect this ground to here? But then this board, is it grounded? Because I guess it's grounded to the audio there, but then not from there. That's what's confusing me, because I've only got one ground on here. I don't have like an audio ground. I don't know whether I should be sharing the audio ground with the power ground. I swear that's like gonna cause issues. Maybe it should be fine if I'm doing it this way, because it will be decoupled. But then am I going to create problems for that further down the line? How on earth am I even going to fit a wire there? That's the question. I think we need to look for our good old friend, Mr. Double-sided tape. See if we can get some of this. This is definitely the correct tool for cutting double-sided tape as well. Side cutters. Yep, definitely the right tool. See? Told you it was the right tool. So I'll just try putting a bit of tape down there. The problem is though, tape does not like to stick to silicone. We had issues with this last time. It's tedious. think we've got to lift it. Yep, there you go. So I'll just whap it down there. Whap. Just give it a good old push. And try and move all this shit over here. That seems about right. You're gonna stay there, bud? Ish, yeah, that's stuck now. Stuck down. Watch it now be stuck down now. That's just why it needs to bend the other way, I think. If you bend around that way, and you bend around that way, and the other one hopefully doesn't fall off, then we should be onto a winner. Wait, that's not ground. This one's ground. If we, oh god damn it, the fucking pin came out. Okay, I knew that would happen. The really thin, was it enamel coated wires just come out? Okay, it's back on. You know, to look at my soldering job, it's really good, honestly, this way. I'm gonna have to take my word for it, okay? Oh, we still need one more ground, so where do we want to take that ground from? Do we want to just jump right, or do we want to go from there? I think I'll go from up here, but I need another wire for that. So let's just grab a black wire. It doesn't matter if it's black or white. Told you not quoting Michael Jackson songs there. Badly and incorrectly as well. Let's see if we can get this black one on. Okay, apparently that's soldered. I used to use the word apparently very loosely. Is that even a thing? Basically, I done a shit job of soldering. But it's fine. I think everything's soldered together now. Will it work? Or will it go poof? It's alive. It has a heartbeat. That is not good. Okay, what have we done? That is not good. That wants to live. I know it does want to live. It's got a goddamn heartbeat and everything is pulsating. This wasn't getting steady power for some reason. Do we reckon it's drawing more than 1 watt? And that's the issue. Or have I done something stupid with my soldering? Can I try removing this black one? I'm putting this black one directly on here, this output. Yeah, my iron is dry. Okay. Do we try now? See what happens. Is it going to pulsate? Or is it not? God damn it. Why you do this? Okay, let's try. Yeah, that's unplugged. Moving that one. I need some more solder now. It's disappeared again. This is meant to be like a really simple, but it is not panning out that way. Be goddamn experts in circuit board design now by the end of this. It's one possibility. The other possibility, we'll end up doing this project, it won't work, and we'll still know absolutely nothing. But the thing positive. Okay, so that's solid on there. Let's see what happens now. Oh, I said we'll see what happens now. This maybe is to play the output power as well. Can we get this to stretch over here? This is going to be a bit of a reach. You guys are now bonded. Get along. No fighting. Right. Can we... Okay, so we've solved one problem, but now the hiss and the whine is even louder than before. See? Which I don't understand. Because the power is isolated. Well, I guess the one power is isolated, this power is not. Do we literally just try soldering another one on as well? See if we need two of them. If so, we're going to have to come up with a better way to do it. Because, yeah, not good. But it's not pulsating like a heartbeat anymore. So at least I know it's not going to like come alive in the night and try to murder me in the speaker. It's like, just bludgeon me to death or something. Oh, we'll try another one. We won't have any of these left now because we already lost one somewhere. I just have one left of these. And now I need more wires. Okay. This is going to take a minute to keep an eye on the time as well, because I have not had much sleep this week. So I'm going to try to not stay up ridiculously late. Need more wire. I've got this big spool of wire here. It's a bit thick, it's not ideal. I need to find like some better, like some people recommended last stream, I think, silicone wire. No, I'd like something kind of like this, but a little bit thicker. Something that's just like really nice and flexible, but it can carry a bit of current. These I got for LEDs. I can't remember which type they work with. Because I know some have like positive, negative, and 1 data, and some have 2 data. I can never remember that. I think I've got another spool of cable here as well. It's a white one. This cable here, this is a 1mm thin wall cable. None of them are solid core though, they're all stranded, which I guess is good because it's flexible. Be handy if I had some 1mm around here though, because you can use it to like sink heat across multiple pins at once for removing components. Cut a little bit of it, tack it where you need to, and you just touch the solder line on one part. You know, it does the same as like one of these tools does for removing joysticks. Oh wait, is this the one we lost, or is this? Yes, this is the one we lost. Let's put it in the baggie before it disappears again. Okay, I'm gonna go and take a quick toilet break and grab another drink. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Because this might take longer than I thought to get this working. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to try some capacitors and stuff. I'm gonna have to figure out how the hell I need to do them. I know some need to run through the power line and some need to run from the power line to ground. And I always get confused with the terminology between parallel and series. I understand a bit like decoupling and smoothing. I think that's the kind of same thing. So bear with me 2 seconds and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, just try and get this thing working finally. I guess put my glove back on, inside out. Oops. fine. There you go. Okay, back up. Let's tin up some more wires, I guess. Seems like that's all we've been doing lately. I guess we just need one white one. That'll do. That's the least amount of work that way, isn't it? I don't know if any of these, like, could it be the type of cable I'm using, or the line's being too long, or something like that? I don't even know. Still trying to learn a whole bunch of that stuff. If MD does know, that'd be cool. Because, like, the one thing that still confuses me is impedance. Like, I understand, like, current, voltage, resistance, but, like, impedance, it just confuses me. We've also still got to try and fix this phone one stream too. This really mangled phone here. It was like, you can't even see that there properly. We've got the parts here. I take it out of the case. Should be fairly easy to open. If you can see how bent that is, and the fact it's coming apart already. It's bent up the top on this side, in the middle on this side. The damage a car door can do to a smartphone. It's quite significant. Honestly, I'm not sure either. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because it's not something that comes up quite often, but apparently it's quite important. Or it seems to be quite important when your circuit needs to be, I don't know if accurate's the right word, but like these are really sensitive circuits. Because we're dealing with like audio and also amplification and stuff. So any noise just goes amplified. I would imagine it's not going to make that much of a difference, but I've never done it before. Because we have them wires down. I guess we cut these ones short as well, or shorter. I didn't have, like, I've been passing my wires, like PCBs only like recently more, apart from like ESPs. But I've been passing like wires for like ages. I've never had side cutters. They are just like a godsend. And I have two now. I've got another one somewhere. I thought it was just like use like these, with a cutter on these, or cutter on these, which is it's nowhere near as satisfying as using a nice side cutters. These are not even good ones. These are cheap. Like a one pay off AliExpress and one from Amazon Haul. Or did I get both from Amazon Haul? I can't remember, to be honest. There's either one from AliExpress and one from Amazon Haul, or both from Amazon Haul. I cannot remember. But I managed to get like a whole bunch of stuff cheap. I got this screwdriver set. I don't know if it's like a welcome offer, or maybe I think I read you can get like once a month you can get like so many items, or one item for like £1 or something like that. But we got this for like, I've got an iFixit one, so that's what I generally use somewhere here. But it's handy to have one if like I've got to work on stuff that's not my own stuff. I don't like other people using my tools or working on stuff that might damage my tools. And so we've got this. It's got a little suction cup and some prize stuff. All the like, bits and everything. They're normally like, I think like £6 to £8 or something. So yeah, I can't complain for £1. I got that on Amazon Haul in the same order. And like a lifetime supply of jumper wire. Probably enough jumper wire to go to the moon and back, considering how little of the stuff I use. I don't even know how many meters I do, but many meters. I needed some And I couldn't buy like one roll. It was just like, here's a 5-pack or 6-pack. I don't know how many was say on that one. No, it just said, oh no, yeah, 5 pieces. 5 PCS. Looks like a bloody fast food menu. Like chicken. I'll have the 5-piece meal, please. You want fries with that? Put the fries in the bag. Alright. I've literally forgotten what I'm soldering right now. Oh, another one of these. So I need to remove the wires off this amp. Will this work? Will this not work? I literally thought this would be nice and simple. I don't understand where I'm getting the buzzing from, but I literally do think it is this board here. I'm pretty sure when we introduced this board, that's where the issue came on. But I'd like to be able to charge the lithium battery, you know, it'd be nice. I think I need that to do it because I don't think the board that's on top of the lithium battery is a proper charger module. I've not got a clue, to be honest. I guess we need some solder on the legs of this little guy. Try to get as much as I can on it. And it was, let's take a look at the diagram again. It's ground and VIN. Okay, so the voltage coming in, which will be this. So ground was first, wasn't it? So, see if we can. Should we check this in the holder? Do you reckon that'd be a little bit easier with a reach? No, but we'll make it reach. I would imagine it's not going to make that much of a difference. Okay, I'm just reading the same thing again. For some reason, I thought that was something new. Okay, so there's our ground. I'm pretty sure that's right. Ground and then VIN. Okay. So let's try this. Then if we still have the issue, I'm going to be confused because as far as I'm aware then we've got... Oh! Ow. Ow, I totally didn't just burn myself. Somehow burn myself, my glove is completely fine. That hurt. Okay, let's try not to do that this time. Okay. So the next one is going to be ground for the voltage out. This is 0 volts. So we need some wires on this little board now. Grab one of these ones or one of these ones. Where do these go in? Oh yeah, onto this thing. Put this down here. Try to get to this. Oh, tape might come in handy here. Yep. I could just tack that down. Blue tack also might work. If I don't have any blue tack. For like holding boards in place and stuff if you don't have a holder. Yo, what's going on, Squish? Where have you been? Hello, Pigeon and chat. Sorry I'm late. Just wanted to do a live. Thanks to Russ. Thanks. Oh, sweet legend. Thank you, Russ. I took my PC apart today to clean it. Let me just go around. Sorry, I could do a squeak and it was me rubbing my gloves against my soldering iron. I took my PC apart today to clean it and let me just kind of put it back together. Nice. How's it going? It's going good, thanks, Squish. How are you doing? We tried soldering one of these DC isolators in, but one configuration was giving us a crazy loud heartbeat coming from the speaker, and another configuration then was giving us even louder, like ground kind of humming. So yeah, a little confusing. So we've updated 2. So I think now all the power that's going to these 2 boards should be isolated. You should have a clean ground. So if this doesn't work, I'm just like confused, and everything I've read online is just a myth. But we'll see. Could be a myth. Could be like Bigfoot. Can we get some solder on this wire? No, we're gonna have to put that in, actually feed some solder into it. There you go. Let's try and get this on here. Oh, you got that chip. It could be you just have a bad dark lamp. It could be. From Amazon, I got all this stuff from Amazon because I've been really impatient. And I didn't want to like wait for things to arrive from AliExpress. Oh, you missed also. I've got all these electronic components now as well, Squish. This arrived today too. So we've got ceramic capacitors, diodes, different LEDs, like variable resistors, diodes, different capacitors, transistors, these like prototype boards. Yeah, loads of goodies. Got this from Amazon too. So I don't know how good a quality they're going to be because it was relatively cheap. It was like £20, I think. Okay, I go to this now, don't I? I'm just going to figure out. I have to look at the pin out on the thing a second. So pin 3, 0 volts. Okay. So can we somehow... I don't know how I'm going to make these 2 cables like connect to each other. Wires are just like so annoying and inconvenient. I've got no consideration for where I want them to go. Okay, let's try. You gotta remember, don't burn yourself. God damn it, that was actually connected. Well, I guess that's connected. So we'll try the next one, which I don't think that wire is even tinned. Did I not even tin that wire? Like at all. There you go. Sticky tape is running out of stickiness. No. Something's hot. I think, I don't know. I thought I'm just imagining it. Just because I burnt myself a second ago. Whew. Good enough for basic projects. My test switches and battery charger boards arrived today. Oh nice, that's pretty cool. What do you plan on building? Anything good? Didn't James say his part was arriving today? His Soviet clock thing, like the counter he's going to be making. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Okay, so I think that's done. Red, yes, 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 yes. Unless the fact I'm sharing a ground there, but then I don't know where else I put that ground. Unless here somewhere. But then I don't know. A wireless headset. Oh, nice, sweet. That's good. Okay, let's plug this in and see. see what happens now. Because, as I'm going to say, theoretically, my theory could be completely wrong. This should be all isolated, all the grounds, clean grounds. No, oh my god, that's worse than ever. What the? That sounds worse than ever. What the? That is not working. What the? The grounding issue was not put me off yet. Fixed, yeah, definitely fixed, Andy. Screaming in pain. Yeah, it is. Jeez. I'm so confused right now then. We just like soldered all of these in here just to make the problem worse. I like paying money and spending time for things to get worse. It's always good when that happens. Does anybody know if I remove this ground from here for this board and I like put it down here, will that work? Because technically the neutrons will still be able to flow back to like the origin to recharge and then head back out. I don't know, I just feel like sharing, because I know a lot of boards, they have an audio ground and a ground, so you've got separate isolated grounds, but like, shouldn't this apply that with a separate isolated ground? And that's what I'm confused about, because this is a DC to DC isolator, or whatever it is. I would try running a ground to each board from the battery. I know it should not be any difference. Yeah, only problem then, I'm using the same ground if I do that, and apparently I need the ground isolation, but I don't know. I hate audio. Why can it not be simple? So if I try removing this cable here, and all the others apparently at the same time, so we got to solder these all back on now because they all decided to come off. I literally thought, oh, this is going to take like 5 minutes. I'll just solder in this new part I've got, and it'll magically work and sound amazing. Apparently it doesn't work like that. Okay, yeah, that's the right order. It could be anything. It could also be like wiring, the wires I'm using, one of the other boards. I'm probably going to use different boards here though. Yeah, I would definitely use different boards to what I'm using. Do not put yourself through this. But I'm pretty sure the issue is all coming from this charging board, I'm going to be honest. I think this charging board is creating all the noise. This seems to just added like a bunch more for some reason. So maybe if I put this on here with the others, let's see what this does. It does not want to go over here though. I have to like bend it and manipulate it. And somehow join in this big massive grounds on here. Okay. That is not pretty, but it might work. All the different boards you could try. Not that I have right now, apart from this ESP one, but we're having like a different issue with noise on that one. I couldn't figure out. But I've not tried one of these new parts on there. We do have like capacitors and all that kind of stuff though. So we've still yet to try doing any of that. Okay, so will this work now? Will this not work? Who knows? If not, I don't know what to try. Maybe try all the grounds separate. I don't know, because I don't know, I'm confusing myself now. Some of those have charging boards. Yeah, I do. Really, Andy, I didn't know. Okay, I forgot that's glued down. This is not glued down, but stuck down. We're not getting a really low buzz in now. I'm sure there's like a slight hiss coming from this board though. Yeah, we're still getting that high-pitched whine. I don't know, it did change slightly the frequency as I was moving things a bit then. Yeah, it changes when I move. It's not interference from one board to the other, is it? Yeah. I think. I don't know, because I just moving it around a bit there, or wrapping in cardboard, but giving it shortening out. Because I get it to get like. It's almost quiet then, but I don't know if it's because I moved it away or because I'm holding one board and I maybe like grounding it. Because when I touch both boards together, with my gloves on, it gets louder. When I'm just touching the one, yes, it's not to do with, it's got to be a grounding thing then. Creating this noise. But what the hell are these things doing? Because I've seen in a video somebody using these to solve like, not this exact problem, but you know, the buzzing. When I hold all of it, it does buzz though. I'm not getting any closer to solving this, I don't think. I'm so confused. Does anybody have any ideas? If you want to charge a board, does it work? I don't have the battery wired up at the moment. I could wire the battery up and check. Could I try taking this ground from here and checking this ground down here as well? Will that work? Just going to test that to see if you want to charge the board, does it work? Well, there's no buzz, but it's not powered yet. Let's try removing this ground from here. I swear it's meant to have them all separate, but let's try to put them all together. Who knows? Definitely not me. Alright, we're gonna try and get this now down here. Look how many wires I've got soldered to this poor little board here. Soon to be one more. Oh my days, I burnt myself again. Oh. This is why I normally use tweezers. There's so many wires there, I can't hold in my tweezers. Ow. Thank God I got gloves on. I hurt, but at least my skin didn't get damaged, I guess. Also, these gloves are I guess, not burn proof, but they don't melt when you burn yourself. I've done that twice now. The string. I should not be trusted with a soldering iron, apparently. Okay, let's try and get this somehow on here now. That is a whole mess of wires right there. I missed that. That is me sitting by saying, oh dear. I just like accidentally burned myself with the soldering iron, touched the soldering iron there. But the gloves didn't melt. They're not stab proof though. Stabbed ourselves earlier with something. I can't remember what it was. Something pointy. Right, let's try plugging it in now and see what happens. Okay, well, I think my theory about shearing the grounds in this way doesn't work. I'm guessing because none of these can return current. Try to complete the circuit. Or is it just these two shorting out here? Yeah, there's something shorting out here. We have light now. But I don't think we have any audio still. See, I'm pretty sure that shearing all the grounds in this way isn't a thing you can do. Apparently they still have to return circuit. So I would say to solve this entire problem, I think all you'd probably need is one of these boards that has just a ground and an audio ground, and I think you just wouldn't have any of these issues because they'd be separately grounded and you'd be able to do all these properly. Because I can't hear nothing coming from the speaker, but I'm pretty sure that's because it's not powered. And I think there should be a light on here, and I think on this one. So we do need to share the grounds the other way. Let's unplug this. This is the most confusing thing ever. I'm pretty sure it is just this stupid charging board. But then I bought one of these, two of these here, and it still doesn't work. Like, am I doing it wrong? Am I wiring it wrong? Using it wrong? Can I get these wires off? Each wire is just like melted together. Nice. Also hot. Okay, so what was this mess doing? Let's have a look. There are frayed wires on this, so they're just like constantly shorting on the terminal next to it. Don't have enough solid on there. They're like not tin properly, maybe. It's just a mess. Try and neaten that up if we can. Don't realise that those battery charger boards are so small. These ones? Yeah, they are tiny. Absolutely tiny. I've got such a mess of wires here now. I don't even know what's going on. Like, this is never going to fit into anything. Such a simple project turns so complicated. Just because of a little buzzing. Or to turn it to be like an issue with the speakers or something instead. But I know this is technically not the correct amp to use either, so that could also be causing issues. So this was our voltage in, so we want this grounded here. Let's try wiring it back up a different way. This is our voltage out. So we want to first go to our Bluetooth. This is where I think the issue is occurring now. When I try powering this here. Not looking forward to tomorrow. A cat piss Xbox. Oh god. Oh yeah, that does not sound nice, Andy. You have to watch that on like VOD or something, because most of the time, by the time I get home, you've already finished streaming. I'm surprised I caught a stream today, to be honest. I'll try. I've also got 2 water damage boards with a blown up. But you should make that 3 water damage boards, but just dump that car piss one in the bath. Be done with it. Working the other side, I think ultrasonic would be good enough. 10 litres of bleach maybe, and HDMI PS5. Yes, sorry, it was only a quick one later on. Yeah, it was good. It was nice to see people building stuff as well. And it was audio related. Sadly, it didn't help me with any of my issues I'm having here. But I don't think there's a cure for stupidity, because I'm probably just like doing something like obviously wrong. But I feel like I'm getting issues here because I've got my audio ground going to here, and I'm also using this ground on the same one, but I can't figure another way to do that. So I'm just confused, very confused. Wires everywhere. So we got left, right, that ground is shared. So coming out to there, to there. We've got a separate one, I can go to here. But I swear this made the problem worse, this wiring configuration. I'm gonna have to go back to stripping everything down, I think. This doesn't work. That's a hell of a challenge you're doing. I know, the problem is this shouldn't be a challenge though. It should be nice and easy and simple. There are other configurations that we can use. not getting any sound coming from there. Everything's connected, I think. It's often the things we think will be simple end up not being. Yeah, I know, tell me about it. Headphones, okay, the headphones are connected, apparently. Let me try some music. Because I feel like we're not going to get any sound coming out of these. Oh no, they keep disconnecting and connecting, I think. Because when I'm putting the volume up, it keeps switching between like this source and another source. And I think it happens when I put the volume up to a certain point, maybe? I don't know. Or is it just happening on its own if I don't scroll? No, it's just happening on its own. So this is connecting and disconnecting constantly. Why? See? I don't know if you guys can see the light going on and off. And then this one is too. I don't understand this at all. Your streams seem better tonight. Yeah, is it lagging less? That's good. Yeah, I'm only getting like 5.2% drop frames. Not any buffering yet. I'm glad you used the word yet. Why is this like powering on, powering off, powering on, powering off now? Are we drawing too much power to these things or something? Now it was connected, so now it's disconnected. Are we doing this, or are we going this the right way around? Yes, this is our in. Ground. Yes. Or if I wired something up wrong. This is going to this one. And then this one's going to this one. Or is it because that's coming from there and that's going to there? Ah, okay, 1 second. I don't know if it's going to solve the issue, but I just figured out that this wiring here is not right. So that needs to come off there. The wire that fell off needs to go back on. I have to retin that a little bit better, maybe. We can. This needs to go into this little guy. I need to get it soldered together. Okay. So this goes onto this board. I kind of picked a shorter wire, could I, to make my life more difficult? All I will say about the boards, these boards, the pads are pretty strong. And these little headphone wires and stuff. Hopefully I haven't jinxed myself, but everything's held up alright so far. I mean, it's like tugging away at it like a madman. Let's clean the tip. Nobody likes a clean tip. Still some barbarics at level of soldering, but we'll be fine for a minute. This one now we need to go back to the. That wire's looking a bit sorry for itself there though. Is that okay? Is it hanging on for dear life? A bit of both. Can I fix you with a little bit of solder maybe? Make you strong again. Make you strong, boy. Want some of the solder? Yeah? There you go. And it's still hanging on. So let's try putting this wire here on the, which one is this now? It's not battery because I'm using, this is just a regular after, okay. So this here, okay, they've just come apart like the Red Sea. Do you want to solder on there maybe? Get a real mouthful of blood. Oh my god. These wires are in a hell of a state. We're going to have to trim them back, I think. Or do something with them. I've ruined the ends of these wires. Can I even get this in this wire stripper when it's this small? Come on, get in. It's a little further. That'll have to do, I guess. I'm playing with my tilt switch. Oh god. Maybe drop my tweezers, squish. I hope that's not a euphemism. I'll try to add some solder to this. If I can get to my solder. Just rolling around all over the place. That's the correct way to store solder, I think, isn't it? Okay, so these wires need to try to like twist them up a bit, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna twist together, to be honest. It's just gonna have to be one of them things. Where we just poke it down and pray that it works. Or maybe not, because these wires are not the same length. Okay, those are on. Right, is this correct now? I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I'm giving that supply from there, and I'm giving that supply from there. Okay, we'll give this a go now. It's probably still not going to work. But I think the speaker will power on this time. Let's move this, so let's reel this solder up. Because I was going to say something stupid. I was going to be like, I think solder is electrically conductive. Well, I'd goddamn hope it is, considering soldering electrical components with it. So I don't want that like showing anything out. Oh my god, it was definitely, it's definitely working. Those are happy noises, right? Oh my god, this thing is just like killing me now, please. That does not sound good. Can't unplug it now. There you go. C64 game tape. Yeah, I don't know what to suggest. We take everything off. I guess we start again. At least desoldering components is easier. Do you reckon we can try just powering this directly from the battery? Let me try. I don't want to be doing a million different soldering things. Can I put like a little... No, I can just solder these together. I say, oh, 1 second. Let me try to see if I can... These wires are a bit short, that's the only problem. Can we twist them with a tweezers or something, maybe? To get them together. A bit. I don't think these are twisting together in any way. No, if anything, they get in further apart and just flat and mangled. I'm trying to quickly solder these together. Let's go though. 60 volts. Is that where I'm going wrong? Is it not enough voltage maybe? More voltage, less panel, you can have 60 volts, so you're good. Sweet, that's good to know. I don't have a 60 volt power supply though, that's the only issue. Can I like maybe get like 5 car batteries instead and just wire them up? Will that work? Or would 240 volts maybe work? Sorry, did not get the message. My PC some bits. Hopefully your PC is running like nice and better now though that you've taken it apart and cleaned it. I assume that's why you took it apart. I can't remember if you said that or not. I guarantee these will just become desoldered as soon as I try attaching these to this battery. I really need some kind of isolation for this battery, like a physical, mechanical isolation. Don't have any though. So for now, we're just having to do it the sketchy way. If I forgot up the switches, yeah, I actually hate wiring up the front panel and stuff. I always have to look at the documentation. These wires are having none of this, but they are getting really hot. Okay, that's kind of connected. This is good enough, I guess. Now we just need to connect the power wires. And very quickly as well, because I don't know what kind of solder there. It's all connected, I think. Okay, so we've got audio. I'm pretty sure we're still getting that high-pitched frequency though. I can't tell. I'm going to pause the audio and then check. Okay, let me have for another check.
Yeah, we're still getting it. So okay, it turns out it's not
That board. It's just not this board, like I thought it was. And it'd be hard to tell if it is coming from the amp, because the amp could just be amplifying it from here. If we haven't got the amp plugged in, we don't hear it. It might just be because it's just quite low of a signal, because it's not being amplified. I don't know if it's less. Maybe it's Bluetooth board. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I swear I tried connecting one of these out of the power supply coming out of this. I don't know how I would do that, because I swear it made the problem worse when I tried it. There's already a bit of heat marked. What Bluetooth board are you using? The MH-M18? I think it's from the Bluetooth board, yeah. Does MD have, should we try, does MD know how I use these capacitors? I know a 470 microfarad and is there 1 nanofarad I need? Or 0.1 microfarad? Is that 1 nanofarad? I can't remember. The larger one needs to be electrolytic, and the smaller value I think needs to be ceramic. MD good with audio filtering. Remember off the top of the head. Frequency filtering for high filter frequency, high frequency filtering. Well, I can cap between the Bluetooth and the amp. Yes, I think I need to do one though across the power, and then one that's got the power coming in one side, like I think positive on both ends of it. I don't know. Let's try and find a 470. The 470s are the big boys, isn't there? It's probably this one. 470. And we need a small one. Would he be the smallest physical one as well? What have we got here? 0.47 microfarad. 22 microfarad. So I'm assuming 0.47. That's small, isn't it? Okay, they're all measured in microfarad by the look of it. What are these ones here? One microfarad. I think that's what we needed. I think it was at 1 microfarad on a 470, but I swear one of them was meant to be ceramic. The smaller one. Does anybody know ceramic capacitor codes by any chance? Because these don't have the values on them. I think they're just codes. Oh, that's my phone vibrating. Stupid notification. So am I still getting this buzzy?
yeah.
But it is just like, if you've ever had like a speaker or like an amp or something, it's that same buzzing when you haven't got any input and you've got it like cranked up. But I don't know if doing this is then gonna, it will limit the audio frequency, because this will filter certain frequencies. So, does anybody know ceramic capacitors? got go got a 40 now. Okay. Go for a 40. Pretty sure I need to use a 470 and a 1, but I'll have a look now because I've seen that online in a bunch of places. What components did I need? Again, okay, I'm going to ask Mr. ChatGPT or Gaslight BT. It's probably gonna, it's saying the same thing. It's saying 0.1 microfarad, which is apparently 100 nanofarad. I don't have a 0.1 microfarad or ceramic. Okay, ceramic. 470 to 1000 on the electrolytic though. So I've got them, just need to figure out 0.1 UF. What's the code for that? Don't see resistance on them. See if this bot can give me any help. Code to be 104 for the 100 nanofarad. Ah, legend, thank you, Castle. Okay, 104. Let's see if ChatGPT says the same thing as well. Yeah, it did actually say 104. Okay, sweet. I was expecting it to say something completely different and then just like gaslight me when I called it out on it and be like, oh wait, you said this value. Oh yes, that is correct. And it's like, I know it's correct, I just told you that. What am I looking for again? The common caps. Okay. 104. 104. Why can't they color code this, make them easy? 152. 3 something. 472. I'm looking for 104. 153. Yes. I'm not going to read all these. Wait, 104 we said? 104? Yeah, boy. Okay, so we go there. No, we just need to figure out, because I'm pretty sure one needs to go in series and one needs to go in parallel or something like that. As I change loads, my clock arcade, nice. So we've got electronic components. I need to figure out actually why these. I know I do need resistors as well, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, resistors 100 ohms, it reckons. But that's for headphone protection, which is probably needed because I'm using an amp. It reckons power smoothing across amp power. It reckons VCC to ground. So, would that mean also is the longer leg positive on a capacitor? Because I know you do not want to get the polarity backwards on a capacitor. They go pop, don't they? I don't fancy one of these rocketing up. My camera's up here. And also my face. Oh yeah, I think it's got negative. I'm surprised I remember that I learned when I was in school about capacitors. I did do like I think 6 months of electronics when I was in college because we were repairing like music equipment. I say repairing, pre-soldering jack inputs basically, 'cause that's basically what goes wrong with them. Oh, I hate. Oh wait, I was very worried to be like, oh, I hate using capacitor, dangerous, but this should be okay, shouldn't it? 16 volt. So that's it'll tingle, I think. It'll be a bit more than licking a 9 volt battery. I was using an eye massager. Ooh, eye massager. Yeah, how is your eye? Because he was like, wasn't you having issues with it the other day? Also, does anybody understand what you won't feel 16 volts? Okay. No, Mick recommended and Tracy wanted it. Now I use it. Nice. And we're going to be seeing Andy on stream tomorrow. He's going to look like 10 years younger from all this pampering he's been doing. I think he's sitting there with like a face mask on and some fluffy slippers and a nice face massager, eye massager. Maybe it's one of them like masks with like all the lights in. Don't know if you guys have seen them. That's apparently meant to make you like younger. If you lick it, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I probably won't be licking capacitors though. Also got tens machine on. What's a tens machine? So it says across like the VCC and ground for this. So does that mean I should like run a cable into this and then out? I'm gonna have to disconnect the battery and everything for this as well, and should we plug back into the USB? Because we worked out that it wasn't this board causing the issue. Well, I don't think anyway. Oh, is it much quieter now? No, I was about to say, I don't know. I'm just scared to wire this up wrong. I would just wire it between VCC and ground. Or solder it directly to the points. So just like, maybe if I just put this in here and I just solder these wires to the back of this. Let me try disconnecting this board here. Gotta be careful because we haven't got the BMS in circuit right now, and I'm pretty sure that gives short circuit protection and stuff, because I accidentally shorted these wires yesterday and the battery didn't go boom. So, but I did have the BMS in circuit at that point. Get over here, you crazy wire. It's too late at night to be starting before you. Oh my days, that went pop and that scared the shit out of me. Woolly hat on in the house. Me? Yes, I hope you can see. Do you know I have heating? Yeah, I have heating. It just costs money, man. No, I'm not even cold. I'm having warm. I've literally got a dehumidifier with a fan and everything right next to it. Apparently it's 45 humidity in here. That's like really low. I should probably knock it off. But no, I just can't be bothered doing anything with my hair, so it's just hot, isn't it, basically? Not sure, I got a bedroom window wide open with a fan on, jeez. Yeah, it is like, it's warming up nice at the moment. Okay, so I want to clear these holes I've done out quickly. This better work. I'm still sure that this should work though, because I've seen a video of Great Scott on YouTube, and he recommended like this part in the video, and he used it for some kind of Bluetooth receiver buzzing noise, but apparently I'm just too stupid to get it working. Maybe those dehumidifiers generate quite a lot of heat. Yeah, they do-ish. I hate the heat. Summertime is the worst. God damn it, Russie. Yeah, I love summer. Roll on the sun, man. Shut up, Russ. No one asked. Ooh. I need a solder sucker. Where would the solder sucker be? Here it is. I'm thinking if I just pop this in here, I don't know if this is going to be correct, or if I'm just being like stupid, but We're about to find out. Can we get up onto this? Okay. Oh, that does not want to. Oh, that don't feel good. What's going on there? But this is just seems to be caked, isn't it, on the inside? A bit. I'm gonna go and empty this out, not all the way I'm working. Don't you get lots of moss coming in, Andy? I don't know, maybe he hasn't got like every light on in his house, like a lighthouse. Like I have windows open and stuff quite often, but I think only if you've got like loads of lights on, you'll get loads of moss coming in. I might put a little spritz of GT50 in this. Who knows, could not be a good idea. But it's too late now, I'm already doing it. Is it GT50? No, it's not even called GT50, it's called GT85 apparently. Apparently I can't even do numbers as well as letters. End of May, we should have them. Wasps equal flying insects. Yeah, wasps I absolutely hate. Ooh, we need a video of the babies. Yeah, worm. More babies coming. Oh. Yeah, you don't be pregnant in the summer. That'd just be unbearable. Right, does this thing move now? It's still pretty stiff. Okay, that's sounding. Okay, now it's making a plop sound. Like somebody taking like a massive shit. Mini goats. Okay, yeah, that's working fine now. So yeah, it even smells nice now because it smells like GT50. So yeah, putting a little like, I guess is it technically lubrication because it's basically the same as WD-40, which is technically not a lubricant, even though they do advertise it as a lubricant. I think. Crap, it won't let me react. Is that something I need to enable? Maybe like the reacts or something. So negative is the short side. So we put the long side down here, and this side here. That totally fits on that board. It's totally not like overkill. That's how I know when I am shadow banned. React to all messages, never sent down. Sometimes you might just need to refresh. I need to know now. Do I need to flip this over now to solder this thing in? Yeah. Okay, you're going to stay in place. Do some solder on there. I'm trimming these legs up. think next week we will have modern tipping with the ESP15. Yeah, I think so, I know. You don't even want to know how ridiculous it feels when I'm like typing the title for this video. I'm like, part of what are we on now? Part 1 million. Okay, so we now have a capacitor on there. The problem is now that I can't remember which side's negative and which side's positive because I've covered up the goddamn terminals. Positive is on this side, negative, okay. So now you reckon supply the power back to this thing, so positive would be towards the inside of the board. The inside of the board, positive, so we'll do the negative first, I guess. Like mangling this thing around. Alright, so what do you say positives on the inside? So the negative will be on the outside. More than the turvy says why this is like freaking pinned it. Yeah, I don't know if I still got. I think I removed the ESP bar from the title because we weren't having any luck with that one, but we're not having any luck with this either. So it's a bit of a pain. Okay, these wires are like sketchily close, yeah. Okay, so we've got one done. Now apparently I need another one going across. Okay, so I've wired the 470 across the amp. Where do I put the other one? Pretty sure it goes in line, but that I'm not 100% with. To ground, I'm pretty sure it goes. So I reckon it's Bluetooth, L, 1 kilo ohm, resistor. What? Okay, so I reckon it's telling me a 1K. Oh yeah, because 1K is maybe the same as what I told me earlier. 100 ohms, was it? No, because that'd be 1,000. So I reckon between the Bluetooth and the palm, I reckon to put a resistor, and then it's saying tie that into ground. The capacitor goes from the signal to ground right before amp input. Think of it like a noise drain. Connect one leg to the signal line and the other to ground. Okay. Does anybody understand that? The one thing I did understand is that these are non-polarized apparently. So I can't put these ones backwards. So it's handy. So positive to ground, like Carthor said. I must have missed that when Carthor said that, sorry. So it reckons. So does that mean I just put it in? Is it live? I don't know, it's confusing me. Because it reckons, if I show you this like wiring thing that the AI is showing me, Does this make any sense to anybody? It's just saying like, oh no, that's right and that's left. But this is the live, I assume, isn't it? So it's where I'm carrying the audio across rather than the power, is it? And I just put this in line with the top down only. So would I put a negative on this side and a negative on the other side as well? Is that what that means? Or do I need to put a positive on one side and a negative on the other? That's what I'm a bit confused about. Because it says it's going in between these two boards, it's saying left and right. So that would be this audio signal being carried down here from the DAC in here into the amp. So plus for the cap goes to plus of the sound output line. So I would just put this across the same as I did with the other one. You have two wires, right, for each speaker. Yeah, I've got a positive and negative, like a ground and a line, a live signal wire. Take the positive wire and fit the end of the cap there, and then take the neg to ground. So I could do the same as I do with the other board then, but just with one of these in the holes, and then one in the other hole. Because I'm just sharing the same ground. Is that going to be okay? We're going to stop spamming chat. It's fine, man. I don't mind. Neg goes to ground. So let me go under the microscope so you guys can see a bit better. Microscope only. Oh my god, this thing seems loose. Yeah, something's loose there. Hopefully the microscope doesn't fall off. Spam, spam, spam. I go to spamming. Okay, so if I try to focus this here. Not chat. So could I literally just put this in this hole here? Should we test it first? I think it is connected. Do we have any noise coming from it? 'Cause I think it's all on. Yeah, we're still getting that same exact sound. So, does anybody know? I assume I can put one of these in these holes and then solder these wires back in place. The buzz-in, yeah, the buzz-in's still there with this large capacitor on, so that doesn't seem to be doing anything. Or have I done it like wrong and it can like share power from there? Do I need to have the capacitor off the board and then a wire running into the capacitor and then out the capacitor into the board? Or does this still work like that? Or am I just being like stupid? Can I just put this in here? in this hole. Show me the diagram again. Which diagram? Oh, for what the bot said, yeah. Is that it? The capacitor goes from signal to ground right before the amp input, I reckons. Capacitor goes from the signal to ground right before the amp input. We're saying before the amp input, whereas this is on the amp input. So that's what I'm thinking. For these to work, do they have to be separate? So the electricity like has to go into this and then out. Because at the moment, can't you just, this board just takes straight from these wires because they're also connected. The board hasn't got a filter through the capacitor. I think maybe it's that way I'm going wrong. This is gonna definitely roll onto another part for this video as well. God damn it. It's meant to be done and dusted and finished. So let's just desolder these. Oh my days, yeah, these speakers do not like being desoldered. Can we solder sucker these? Do we have a solder sucker here? Okay, I just realized I've still got this thing up. Microscope only. Scene. So the wire to the amp needs a resistor in line with it. Yeah, I have no idea how to do any of that. That's the issue. I might have to figure that out next time. I'm going to try and do this from the top side and see if it works. I'm trying to hold the board down at the same time though with this. But surprisingly that came clean. That one didn't really need to like hold this PCB. It would be a bit easier. Yes, that's why I never do it this way. Because it very rarely works for me. Not fast enough. I generally just do it from the back side of the board. Okay, so we've got them clear. So, do you have any 1K resistors? I do. I don't know how I'd use them though. Resistors. 1K. Let's have a look. You can see something that says 1R. Would that be it? Or 100R? 20K, what am I looking for? 1K. I see a 1R, 10R, 203, 47R, 82, 100R. Would it be a 100R? No, 1000R maybe? 400. Wait, did it go from 510, 750, 1K? Is that what I'm looking for? We'll say 1K on the strip. Okay, thank you. Andy, you should know these color codes from earlier, so I'm gonna let you guess what color the stripes are. Also, can I get this backwards? I don't think a resistor could be wired backwards, can it? You need two, not 2K. No, I think he means like two of them, one for each. But we've only got one headphone wired up at the moment. Brown, 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 brown. All the browns. Yeah, you are correct. I'm also colorblind. I have no idea what color is on the camera. I think that's impossible to tell in this microscope. I need to adjust the color on this microscope. And this is just a screen. They all look brown under this microscope. So what do I do with this resistor? I'm assuming I need to put a capacitor like this, do I? Like I've got the other one. How is that even getting voltage from this capacitor? I know it's got voltage coming to there, and that's the output for that, isn't it? So is that right? I don't know resistance colors. Andy Linear first. No, I'm wrong. Check it with the meter. Oh, this one. Yeah, I could check it with a meter. Resistance mode. That's the one with the ohms. Just put into continuity 1 second. Resistance. So it is reading. I was reading and then it went to open line because I stopped. 0975. Yeah, 0975. You streamed today. Yeah, Andy streamed today. Yeah, he built a signal generator. It was a good stream. I used a 1K resistor earlier and I forgot what colours they were. Yeah, I swear yours look different. Because like these look dark blue, like navy, and then like maybe a brown and a red or maroon. Who even knows? So how do I use this thing? Is this right for the capacitor though? Yeah. You need another cap. So yeah, I need another one as well, yeah. The other port. Okay, let's try this. So, are these even gonna fit next to each other? Oh, this fat boy's taking up all the room in the port. There you go. So like that. Out. So you need a cap. Out of that resistor in L, put one leg. So this resistor, put one of them there, and then I wire the other end to these wires here. You see? Okay, let me get this on the board first then. I'll try. I don't know how well these are going to sit next to each other. On this board. Just yanking wires all over the place. This is looking sketchy. It's taking me so long, my soldering iron's gone into idle. Jeez, that's when you know you're slow. Can we? Helps if you can actually like make physical contact with the board. Let's give this a go. Try. It is not liking that. It's making all kinds of buzzing noises. I know it's still all like powered and plugged in. Knocked off now though, probably. No, it's still on. Don't solder yet, do resistor. What you're soldering while it's live. Yeah. Is that not a smart idea then, no? Oh my days. Okay, I think it's okay. Just like almost dropped the side cutters onto the battery. Oh my god. Okay, apparently you need to wear goggles when you're bloody using side cutters. That almost had me in the eye. Okay. I don't know how well you can see this. So is that right? Now I need to grab a resistor and whap a resistor on there. Probably should have put a resistor in it before I soldered it, I guess, because that would have meant the resistor actually could have gone in the hole. I guess you learn. Do I need to like tin the resistor first? I guess if I'm going to try and tack it on, I probably do. Okay, let's try tacking this resistor on you in the most sketchy. Oh, that's where you were saying worms. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that would have been easier to do. So now I've got one resistor there. Do I grab another one and do the same over the other side? But I guess I don't need it immediately because I've only got the one speaker. So we now need to figure out which one is left, which one's right, and all of that. This is just a whole mess of wires here. They're all like twisted around and all sorts. And so much for me having an early night though. Should have been sleeping about an hour ago. Right, so which one are we using? Which one's right, which one's left? Oh my days, start making like janky noises on me. Left, so we grab left, which is this on here. Hopefully you guys can see that. And my broken gloves. Yeah, speaker wires and fun. Oh wait, this goes to the resistor now, doesn't it? So we need to bend all of these wires. Grab a bit of solder. Yeah, you guys can kind of see that. It's a bit out of focus. Now I need this wire and this bit of metal to bond together. How on earth am I going to do that? This is not going to be a neat circuit. I'm definitely going to figure some stuff out with this. I can see the frame rate on this microscope is absolutely atrocious. So Did that tack together, or did that not tack together? I guess we'll know if we get 0 output when we... Looks perfect to me. Yeah, it's definitely perfect. Looks proper OEM and everything. So we need the ground now, which is this one. And this one actually goes onto this board, doesn't it? There's so many wires everywhere. I literally have nightmares about this board. Okay, so you want to go there, play nice. Maybe like chill. So I can like somehow get that on here. But I don't think it's going to stay in place. Oh, apparently it did. I'm ready for the smoke. That's not nice, okay? I think we're still getting that same buzzing noise. Yeah. And it's changed to an even deeper buzzing noise now. That has literally made no difference. I am so confused. Can you guys hear that stuff? Oh, I just shorted something out today. It should be coming back on. It's like exactly the same sound. I'm so confused. Like it's like I was not like, what? I've literally tried everything. Matches your voice now. I'm so confused. Does anybody have any ideas? Because I'm fresh out of ideas now. Because I looked online a couple of places like this. I seen in a video, and somebody got that to work perfectly for them. The only thing I didn't try with this is trying it on these, but I'm sure it's meant to be using the power itself. So, does it not come with destructions? This thing, or I got nothing. Damn. Yeah, I know. Like I thought this was going to be a lot shorter video, and I also thought that we would get this stupid thing working without it buzzing. I feel like it's here that the issue is where these two are, like where this is, but this is coming from here, so it should be clean. But then there is a ground here, and it's showing the same ground as the audio. So I think that, like, there's an issue there. And maybe it's time to try a different amp. All Bluetooth model craft is buy a wireless headset. Yeah, buying a wireless headset would have been the better idea. But I was just hoping to make something. Let's move that out of the way. But yeah, a different board would make this much easier. And we were looking at like some other boards. It could also be this amp. But apparently this is like meant to fix the possible issues with the amp. But if I've done something wrong, you can laugh at me when mine goes wrong. Yeah. No, I won't laugh. I'll understand the struggles. It's all good. Do you want me to like chug a capacitor across here maybe as well? Just chug a capacitor everywhere across here. like one of the small ones. Yeah, go on. Okay. Can't hurt just to throw more capacitors in more places. We put it on this board. Every board is just going to have capacitors. I guarantee, like, maybe somebody who knows more about this stuff would probably just take one look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's just because you need to connect this to this or something. I'm probably just being like stupid. Oh, chill out. Oh my days, will you stop springing around and just stay there? It's a nest of wires. This is not a hazard in any way. Maybe the battery should move a little bit further away. Yeah, I think I was way too slow on that. Should try and do it from the back, but that would be making life too simple, wouldn't it? Plus I can't really hold the board. I'm just like holding the board down with a combination of the solder and iron and solder sucker. That kind of cleared, but not fully. Still looking a bit mucky. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Come on. I think that's clear now. You've seen so much solder, desolder. Yeah, that's one little tap board. I know. Like, these boards are pretty good. Like, they've soldered up, like, not even just de-wicking, it's been like going at it with the bloody iron and the solder sucker and everything. Did we already pull one of these components out? I don't think so. I'm probably going to have to wrap this up shortly though, because my plan was to stream till like maybe like 9 o'clock. Like, that's how I was confident. I was like, yeah, I'll get that done in the headset, all tied up, finish, work it in that time, no problem. Like, I don't know who I was fooling. Oh, god damn it, this thing isn't even bloody empty on the other side. I'm just going to put a bit of wick on there. No messing about. I just need to find wick. There you go. My desk might need a little bit of organisation again after this project. What the hell have I done here? Got two ends of the wick in the same place apparently. That's just chaos. The boss coming out. Yeah, I need to get earlier night too. Yeah, I've been sitting up way too late lately. Luckily tomorrow is the last day until next week that I actually have to go to sleep early. Even though I haven't gone to sleep early. We need some kind of like audio expert to come in to chat hopefully one stream. And enlighten me on my I can't even get my words out. Enlighten me on my stupidity of where I'm going wrong. Can we get it stuck down here? This power board has just been abused and abused some more. What the hell? Doesn't even want to clear out. There you go. That is some smoky sound. Okay, so we've got that clear now. So we should be able to maybe move it down so you can actually see a bit better. Would be one thing, wouldn't it? You have to get up early. Yeah, like 6 a.m. I've been going to sleep at like 3 every day this week, so I'm pretty tired. I'm also hungry. It's the main thing I care about. I can deal with being tired. Being hungry is just a whole other thing. Right, so you stay there. 3 hours sleep, yeah. Every night this week so far. I felt rough in the mornings. But, you know, a couple of coffees later and some breakfast, it's not as bad. You didn't go to shop today? Yeah, no, I didn't. I have like snacks left, I think, from the other day. I did eat most of them once I showed on stream the other day, though. Even though I said I wasn't going to eat half of them, like most of them, I totally did. I was greedy. I was also hungry because I skipped a meal, so I just had those snacks instead, which is not good. I don't do that very often. Look, Mom, I soldered a component to a board. I did hang up past this. I did say, well, just 2 eggs and climbed over 1,000 foot. It was not till 7 p.m. ready food. Damn, oh yeah, you said you were doing like your stays thing today, didn't you? You mentioned. So now what do we connect you? Power, isn't it? 28, I don't even know what wires I need anymore. My brain is just like non-functional. I'm gonna wire this up, test this. If this doesn't work, I will have to try some other things tomorrow, because the stream is dropping off a bit, and I'm assuming everybody's getting tired. Either that or they just I'd have my incompetence. Do we even have an audio ground wired there at all? We don't, do we? As that just disappeared. 1, 2, left and right, and apparently our audio ground is just gone. Where the hell has that gone? Am I being blind here? So we got 1 wire, 2 wire. But our ground, oh, here it is. It's literally right in front of me. Maybe a streaming. Probably, hopefully Ace is normally streaming quite late. I think is Ace from New Zealand or Australia. It always seems sunny out when he's streaming, and it's always dark here. Now I'm going to try to get this wire here. Okay, apparently that's all connected now. There's no powering on at all now. I was like, damn, that's quiet. But it's not powered on. Australia down under, okay. Or has the battery now died? Run out of power? Because this is not on anymore. So I come into here. This is connected to here. Yeah, we're not getting any power going to this now. I guess we need to wire this monstrosity back in, do we? Where the hell does this go now? This supplies all of this chaos, doesn't it? I think I can just connect these into this, can't I? The positive into this, we'll see. I think this will work. It's not gonna be pretty. Yep, that's barely holding on for its life, but it will do for testing. Oh, I told you it was holding on for dear life, didn't I? I'm connected to that different wire. Completely, I'm not even too sure. Great, now the actual battery one is coming down. Ow. Somebody's watching this as well. Use this as a what not to do. That is not connected very well, but I know how to solve that. I'll just chuck some solder on it, I think. Not the best thing to do, but hopefully that solves my issue. I'm too tired, okay. I guess remove the cap. No, I don't think it was the cap. I don't know, that just powered on for a second, didn't I? I just realised. Yeah, it's all on now. I guess when I showed something out, it just needed to be reset. Because there's also a ground that's not connected yet. Can I get that in there too? This is obviously the best, most premium soldering job anybody's ever seen. Is it on still? It is on still. Yeah, we're still getting the buzz in. This makes no sense to me. Am I just being fussy? Are they like, is it inevitable? I swear all headphones don't have this. It is very, very quiet, the buzzing. But still, after everything we've done, with like these million connections, different components, like that whole mess of stuff. Have you tried a DC blocking capacitor yet? I have not. What is a DC blocking capacitor? We have these, we tried, which is meant to be a DC to DC isolator. But that seemed to give us more noise. So I'm confused. We are still getting a very slight. I don't know if you guys can hear. A big capacitor in line with the audio. Yeah, I think we done that. I think that would be the audio. These ones here. Oh, in line. So then we've done one in line. Went to ground. Yeah, I've got capacitors going to ground to like smooth out and filter the thing going to ground. Okay. We've got a resistor in line, I think. And the capacitor's done like this. So you reckon? Do you reckon like what kind of value would you recommend? And which type? Ceramic or the electrolytic? The electrolytic, yeah. Try moving the resistor. Pass this in and see if the noise goes away. A 0.1 ceramic. Okay, we'll try another. We're gonna have none of these 0.1 ceramic left. I guess I know which component I'm buying first. Is this a 0.1? The 104s? Okay, so we'll try removing this resistor. Trying to remove this resistor is another DS. If it doesn't have, then I have no idea. Don't worry, it's all good. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. I appreciate the advice. I think I just don't know if I burnt it. I just caught the back of my soldering, my microscope with it. Soldering iron. Okay, once I get that out of there. Where is it connected over here? I think I've got it connected to the board. I can't even tell. I keep moving this out of frame with the microscope. Just whack it in line with the resistor too. I guess. I'll just tin this up quickly then. Unless you mean that in line with the capacitor too. Yeah, I was going to just connect it to this resistor, is it? Is that going to be okay? If I just do like this on the end of here. Like that? Or is that YouTube remove my first comment? God damn it, YouTube. And then the other end of my signal wire to this mess. Yeah, back to his old tricks. Okay. Is this like the most janky way I could have done this? I'm assuming yes. Oh, that wire's getting hot. Okay. This sounds like more and more OEM as time goes on. Oh, you need this hot glue when it's cold, and yeah, I know that's all it's missing right now is some hot glue. Look at the state on that, don't they? Is this even on? It's on. Do we have noise? Wait. It's on. Rooms for mod. Yeah, he is a mod already, I'm pretty sure. I haven't unmodded him or anything, he should still be a mod. Squish makes sure to tune in every stream. Worst mod ever, don't know why I'm still modding this with being mod. Yeah, you asked for to do post links and you were like, oh, you can remove mod now. And I was like, no, I'm good. You can stay mod, man. You probably know way more about moderation and the bar commands and all of that kind of stuff than I do. No, it's not buzzing. I think it's fixed. I think it says it's connected. Let's try playing audio through it. If I can play and stop audio. Are we actually getting sound out of it? Because if we're getting sound out of it, it's not buzzing. No, we're not getting buzzing because we're getting zero audio coming into the speaker now, for some reason. I think I can figure out why. And that also might be why it's not buzzing. So I might have just got excited. Too early. I don't know if you can see this little thing here. This might need to be connected somewhere. I think it finally ripped. Don't think it came desoldered, it just gave out basically from bending it so many times. Because it looks like there's a bit still on the board there. I only noticed because the end of it wasn't tinned anymore. And let me get some more solder. I got really excited then. I was like, damn, that is perfect. It's like a zero noise. Yeah, I thought I'd cracked it too. I was like, damn, that's perfect. Okay, just put a little bit of solder on this wire off camera. And I'll bring it back over to here now to try to solder up. So maybe this is the fix, remove the wire. That's a good idea. I think the best fix would be putting this thing in the bin. We're too deeply invested now. No, we're still again exactly the same. I don't know if we've got rid of some of it though, to be honest. I don't know if that sounds better. This thing is jinxed, yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. Let me try and turn the volume up on this. So, input in the highest. Oh wait, that is on full. Okay. Can you hear that at all? It is very, very quiet and very faint, and it's only when you've got them up 100%. Sounds better to me. Not perfect, but yeah, maybe I should try listen to audio through this. Because obviously we've done a bunch of filtering on frequencies and stuff now. Oh my days, that's loud. I forgot that we're running that like through an amp. insanely loud. Maybe I'm just being picky, and like that minor buzzing when you're not playing audio is not the end of the world. No, I can hear when I'm playing audio, I'm going to be honest. It's just sitting there in the background. The sound quality sounds quite decent on here though, like decent frequencies and ranges for a small little speaker. The current hasn't got a surround or padding or anything on it. So I don't know. Yeah, let's switch back up to the top down. I don't know, it just seems like every component I had doesn't seem to like do much or anything. It's awfully confusing. Like I literally thought this, I might have to go back and check. Because in the Great Scott video, he did draw some diagrams and stuff. But I don't know if you can hear that from there. They're pretty loud, because we're obviously driving it with this. We haven't tried driving it without the amp or anything though. So I guess we could patch on with different configurations next time on the stream. But I was so sure that this was going to solve it. I thought, oh, this will solve it, and I'll just maybe add one capacitor just to do a little extra kind of filtering. Maybe the amp is producing the noise. I don't know. Because it's hard to tell, because like if this was producing noise, the amp would just like amplify that noise. I think it could be this. There's only one way to find out though, isn't it really? Is we try to get a different Bluetooth module and we try that. And if it turns out it's just this all along. But surely, like regardless of like bad design or bad circuitry and stuff on this smaller board, surely we should have fixed that with just like bazillion components that we put on here. We've got like capacitors left, right and centre. I've almost used this full bag of bloody capacitors. We've got a resistor here. This electrolytic one here, electrolytic. So, I don't know. Yeah, but not an M1. That's not the same company. Get the same. Yeah, I was looking at like some of the other ones, the CR, like, but they are more expensive. They're like the £10–15 modules, aren't they? I think there are some decent ones you can get like £6 to £8 now. But the problem is getting one that doesn't have the stupid pay invoice, and also figuring out why this doesn't work. We can still try this with some components and stuff at some point to see if we can maybe eliminate the issues we're having with this, with some of these components that we're using on here. I'm probably going to need to buy more of these. Hopefully I can just buy a couple of these on their own loose, somewhere cheap. But I guess it'd probably be eBay. I'll probably have to wait a couple of days. But most of the listings I see on eBay now are China. Like nothing against China, it's just I don't really want to wait like till the end of March for something to turn up. But we might look again to see our one. But I also don't know if I'm being overly fussy. I don't know. I don't think I am. I think that is annoying. I don't think I get that on other headphones. I definitely don't get them on my AirPods. Some of the other boards we looked at as well, you could implement noise cancellation on. I don't know if the boards itself would be put off. Yeah, probably be put off the processor. Because some of them got a built-in like microphone and stuff. So you could use that to do noise cancellation if you did want to make a noise cancelling headphones. But I can't even make one set of normal headphones. So that might be a bit ambitious for me. You could get some from RS online. You have to pay for shipping. Yeah, that's the issue. Isn't it like normally like £8 postage or something if you just buy in like a handful of components, which are like pennies each? It adds up. Well, that adds up, but you're spending like more on delivery then at that point than you are like the items you're purchasing. Yeah, so I'm not too sure. Like, we've got this working, this proof of concept. But we're still not getting the quality of audio that we want. Unless I was using this wrong. I don't know if anybody's got any ideas. I might have to go back and watch that video. I don't know if you guys know Great Scott. I assume you probably do. He's got like 2 million subscribers or whatever. He's been doing YouTube for like ever. It's a lot of DIY projects. Yeah, I had to come across the video last night, and that's why I bought one of these, which made perfect sense when he was like explaining it, because I've had issues and I had to use on speakers in the past, like audio interfaces that have built-in like ground isolation, because they're like coil wine coming from the power supply on computers and stuff like that. And this sounds exactly the same as that kind of noise. And all my research was pointing to like looking at audio board designs and stuff where they decouple in the ground, because apparently noise in the ground then gets passed on to the next component that shares that ground. But this should have solved that, so unless I'm being stupid using these components wrong, who knows, because we added these and they made the noise worse, way worse. So I'm so confused. Also, I just realised how goddamn late it is. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to probably wrap up the stream now. Because I said to myself, I was like, do not stay up late tonight, have an early night. Because you're going to be hating the world tomorrow. And I'm still yet to have tea. So I've got to cook. Perfect time of night to be cooking. Just got it, and I was like super determined to try to get this finished and fixed. I thought we had it. I think this, and I don't know if James has managed to fix that laptop yet, but I think maybe there's somebody out there putting curses on electronic devices, and we need to just banish this on our laptop to like the 5th dimension. No, you don't need to thank me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching and basically dragging me through this project, because I think it would have taken me like a lot longer to figure a lot of this stuff out. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll try another module, even though we've got this. I don't know. I'm just open to ideas, to be honest, at this point, because I feel like I've exhausted everything that I can think of and come up with. Hopefully we can come up with another use for these parts, because on AliExpress I think they were 30p each, but I think I paid almost £6, £5 something, I think, for 4 or 5 of them. I think there was 4. What, eating this late? Yeah, I'm absolutely starving. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, much appreciated, everybody. Thank you, Squish. Thank you, Russ, Carthor. I think Andy's gone, I think, I'm not too sure. But anybody who's watching, you're all much appreciated. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. Mainly because I'm just going to be thinking about this non-stop. I'm determined to get it finished. I don't want it to defeat me. Even if I have to replace every board that we've used here, this thing will play good audio. Either that or I just give up and blow the thing up. Maybe that might be a better idea. Maybe we just strap a rocket to this and just send it to space. That's an idea for a stream. I won't be able to hear the buzzing if I send it into space. Alright. I'll catch you guys in a bit now. I'm going to stream, give it 60 volts. Yeah, that might have to be the final video for this. If this carries on giving me trouble, it will be getting 60 volts. All right, I'll speak to you guys soon. Take it easy and enjoy the rest of your